Yo, what is going on? You're checking out QGenHQ. My name is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I took my gaming entertainment center from looking like this to looking like that. So the first thing that was purchased for this project was the TV itself, and I opted to go with the Sony Bravia A80J OLED. It's a 120Hz TV with HDMI 2.1, and it's a truly gorgeous panel. It delivers clear and crisp visuals, and I went ahead and opted for the 65-inch version. It was the perfect fit for this wall space. Now, I believe there's a newer model of this TV out now for 2024, and if so, no worries, I will link it down below in the video description, as well as everything else that we speak about today. So at first I was going to paint this entire wall a dark gray, but then I ultimately decided to go with these PVC 3D wall panels in black that I was able to find over on Amazon. Now, these are also really easy to cut and paint if you would like to. They come in multiple different designs and colorways, and each box here comes with 12 panels in total, and each panel measures around 19.7 by 19.7 inches. The entire project required me 2 boxes in total, and I opted for this full black diamond design here because I really wanted this TV's visuals to not only pop, but I wanted an opposite color from the white 3D panels that I installed over on my PC setup. Super easy to install these panels. Just go ahead and grab yourself some Gorilla Glue, line the edges, and stick them to the wall. When I was ensuring a nice snug fit for these wall panels across the back wall, I found out pretty quickly there was about a 4-inch gap that I had to deal with. So to accommodate this, I began placing the panels 2 inches inward from the left side, and just went ahead and stuck them together in nice neat rows. As I reached the area where my wall mount was sitting, I simply used some scissors to notch out the sections for the panels that needed to fit around it. Now, precision wasn't a big deal here, since these sections wouldn't be visible behind the TV. When reaching the bottom of the wall, I basically halved the 2 panels, positioned the cut edges facing downwards, intending to conceal them as much as possible. Additionally, I went ahead and carved out a notch to accommodate the main power outlet. After completing the panel installation, I had to deal with the extra 2 inches of bare wall on either side of these rows. So to address this, I went ahead to my local hardware store and just purchased a 2-inch wide wooden wall paneling, and then I went ahead and painted both of them black. I then just nailed them into each side here, and this created a nice framing effect around the wall panels. I actually really like the way that this turned out. Now, I definitely wanted a nice entertainment centerpiece to sit beneath this TV, so I really took my time while hunting down the right piece. I knew I wanted it to be decently low to the ground, have plenty of draw space, and I wanted it to also pop off the black background. I ended up finding the Agon Crossy Media Console from Wayfair. It comes in at about 80 inches in length, and it just fits here perfectly. It also came with some RGB lights to help illuminate the glass top, which was an added bonus. And the white front has a really nice gloss finish to it. Now, I kind of lucked out here a bit without even knowing it, as initially there was a shipping issue from Wayfair. Someone over there sent me some replacement parts, and then they quickly just went ahead and fixed that, sent me the brand new console, and just told me to keep the replacement parts. So I was actually able to build an extra shelf or 2 here in the studio space, which just worked out perfectly because now everything here matches beautifully. Once the entertainment console was fully built, I knew I had to add some color to it. So me being the complete nerd that I am, I added some of my favorite video game characters from iconic games that I grew up with and still enjoy to this day. I also wanted them to be games that represented console gaming, as that's what's mainly played here on this side of the room. On the right hand side, we have the Majora's Mask replica from First 4 Figures. The colors are just on point, the light up eyes help bring it to life. It's just done so well that I knew I had to have it. I want you guys to comment down below which Zelda game was your favorite. I'm really curious. Next to the mask is something that doesn't quite fit here fully, and it will most likely change once I have something to fill this spot, but this is the deconstructed mouse from the amazing artist Matt Gondek. This piece is accompanied by the limited mouse print as well as the Simpson Nuclear Family wood print. These are both hung up here next to the entertainment center. These pieces are just some, personal things that I've loved over the years. I'm a huge fan of Matt Gondek, and it's, again, the colors, everything just flows so beautifully. In the middle here is the big boy himself. This is the First 4 Figures exclusive Bowser statue, equipped with the light up fire breath. I mean, just look at it. This was an absolute must for me again, as this was my first big video game villain that I can remember fighting growing up. This is just gorgeous, and I think it's First 4 Figures' best piece to date. I want you guys to comment down below the first video game boss that you remember encountering. To the left of the Bowser is just a throwback to the early handheld games, and if you guys know me, you know I'm an avid lover of Pokemon, and this piece just captures everything from that era. It's got the Game Boys, the Poke Flute, the Pokedex. I mean, I could stare at this thing all day. I want to know who your favorite Pokemon is. Personally, mine is Gengar. Lastly, I had to finish it off with another iconic mask, none other than Aku Aku from Crash Bandicoot, just an absolute staple in this series. I remember just having a blast playing this game growing up. This even makes the sound if you wave your hand in front of it. The light up eyes, the colors, everything is right out of the PlayStation game itself. I mean, first four figures does not disappoint. This bottom shelf here is just sort of mostly filler, as I've been looking for a play bar or speaker that will fit this slot and actually be worth buying. We have the tumbler from Batman because, I mean, come on. The Smile Toad head here from Ron English. And then the Pulsar Friends and Family Bruce Lee mouse just kind of sits here. They sent me this a while back, and no, I clearly did not sell it. If you know, you know. Lighting is a key thing here in my studio space, and I wanted the right amount of RGB to complement the colors of the statues and also bring more immersion to this already gorgeous screen. So behind my TV, I went ahead and installed Govi's DreamView backlight. It has a small camera that sits on top of the TV, which will relay the color palette back to the lighting, which in turn will mimic the colors of your screen back onto the wall. This just looks so great when the lights are off and I'm playing a video game or I'm watching a movie. It really brings more life to this setup. Now this is the Govi Floor Lamp 2, the latest review that I just completed. I still don't know if this is going to be its permanent spot, but for those who are wondering, this light lamp is leagues better than Govi's original, so be sure to check out my full review of it if you want to know more. Now this little tank on the floor is one of the elements that helps keep this place less dusty. This is the Govi air purifier, and it does just that every day on a timer. I also use this Hodo air blaster and vacuum, and this helps really keep the place dust free. This is a must-have, no question. Buy this if you want to keep your space looking clean. For those curious about the camera in the top left corner, I went ahead and mounted a Logitech Brio 4K webcam. If any of you guys have stopped by any one of my Twitch streams recently, I'm sure you've seen all the different camera angles I have set up here in the studio space. So though I really can't show it to you, I do have two surge protectors powering this entire setup, and they are both from Anker. They are 12 outlets with some USB ports on there as well. I will link it down below in the video description. Do not cheap out when it comes to surge protectors. Trust me, protect your stuff. So now you're probably asking me, where are all your next-gen consoles at? Well, hear me out. I do have a Nintendo Switch that's sitting behind the purifier docked, and I mainly play that system over all the systems at that setup. Now, I didn't opt for the OLED Switch because I don't really travel too often, and I didn't want to bring the Switch with me. It didn't really make much sense. But I will be purchasing the new Nintendo Switch when that new next-gen drops instantly. When it came to the Xbox, well, I have the Xbox One S, which I mainly use for a Blu-ray player, but I also have Xbox Game Pass, and I find myself playing a lot of those games right here at my PC. Now, the PS5 is where I teetered back and forth, and I said, okay, I'm going to definitely pick one up, but let me go ahead and wait for more exclusives, and the price will probably drop by that point. I waited. We have more exclusives now, but then I was like, well, that system is just massively huge. Let me go ahead and wait for the slim version to drop, which, lo and behold, it did. But now I'm torn between getting the original black and white or getting that nice PS1 throwback like colorway. It's probably going to be my next purchase. But you guys let me know down below in the comments on which colorway I should get. The black and white slim, or should I go for that OG PS1 colorway? Well, that's it for me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, smash that like button, and definitely hit that subscribe button if you guys are new around here. And if you guys are already subscribed, the membership program is open if you guys want to consider joining to show some extra support. That is obviously much appreciated because it helps me continue making better videos for you guys, which is just amazing. But again, completely optional. You guys showing up is really all I need. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, that's it. If you guys want to see a full studio tour as well as an updated desk tour, down below in the comments, the best way to tell me that. And that's it, guys. Most importantly, you guys stay safe out there. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.